I'm Miss Kara. Welcome to Books Alive Book Talks for kids in grades 3rd through 5th. I have a stack of books here I'm going to share with you today. We've got some fiction, we've got some nonfiction, I've got a graphic novel. Hopefully there will be something in here that is of interest to you. If not, you can always ask us at the library because it's our job to help you find your next favorite book. So up first we have a brand new I Survived. This is by Lauren Tarshis. This is I Survived the California Wildfires of 2018. So I don't know if you remember 2018, it wasn't too long ago, but there were some really big wildfires that happened in California. So in this book, it's Josh and his mom, and they've left their home and they've flown to California to stay with their cousins, but then they have to evacuate because it's the wildfires. And it's very fast-paced, action-filled. There's wild animals, there's helicopters, it's got a little bit of everything. So that's I Survived the California Wildfires of 2018. Up next is a nonfiction picture book. So nonfiction means that it's got facts in it. This is from the Blue Stem Award list, so that's why it's got this little blue tape here. It's called Otis and Will Discover the Deep, the record-setting dive of the Bathysphere, and it's by Barb Rosenstock and Catherine Roy. So this thing here on the front is a bathysphere, and we're going to go back in time to 1930. And in 1930, Otis and Will have built themselves a thing called a bathysphere. So here it is on the ship deck. You see it? And here they are climbing into it. And then, here they are inside of it. That looks like really tight quarters. And then it goes up over the side of the ship, and they plop it into the ocean with a crane. And then, I love this picture. All those fish getting out of the way. And they go down 100 feet. 200 feet, 300 feet, they go down 700, and they stop at 800 feet, and then, I love it when books do this. Are you ready? So there's the bathysphere, this little glowing ball, and there they are underwater, looking at all those underwater creatures. Very, very cool. And then I like at the end of this book, there is a nonfiction author's note and an illustrator's note, just to give you more information than what is in the text of the book. So that's Otis and Will Discover the Deep. Up next, another nonfiction. Ooh, it's kind of a hefty one. It's called Animal Showdown. So if you like the Who Would Win books, where it's like shark versus alligator, or polar bear versus tiger, or some of them. This book is full of those stories. And it's got all kinds of different competitions. So we have like, who's the fiercest? The badger, or the wolverine, or the weasel. And then we've got, who's the most acrobatic? The dolphin or the hummingbird. So this book is really cool. Deepest diver, elephant seal, or the Culver's beaked whale. Really cool. It's got a lot of facts in it after you have your little showdown. The next page is the facts about each animal. And it'll tell you who's going to win each one of these competitions. Animal Showdown, Volume 3. Up next is another nonfiction. I'm really leaning heavy into nonfiction today. This is a biography, Codebreaker Spy Hunter, How Elizabeth Friedman Changed the Course of 2 World Wars. So Elizabeth Friedman was a cryptanalyst. So that means that she figured out secret codes, and she broke secret codes. And she was one of the first people to use the talent of cryptanalysis to catch criminals in the act. She broke the secret code that the Nazis were using and sent 32 Nazis to jail using her ability to break all these codes. So this book is a pretty quick read. It's very interesting. I learned a lot of things about World War I history and World War II history. And it was very fascinating to me about how she would go into courtrooms and she would break codes for lawyers and the jury in real time just to show them how it could be done. So that's Elizabeth Friedman, Codebreaker Spy Hunter. That's by Lori Walmark and illustrated by Brooke Smart. All right, this one is a chapter book, and it is called Lily to the Rescue. And the main character of this book is a dog called Lily. So Lily lives with her girl Maggie Rose, and Maggie's mom is a veterinarian and she works at a shelter. And some days Lily goes to school with Maggie, and most of the days Lily goes to work with Maggie's mom. And one day Maggie and Lily are at the park, and they discover a hurt crow. And so in this book, they nurse it back to health, and then in a surprising twist of fate, the crow comes back to them and helps them to rescue another animal. It's a really quick read. It's very cute. There's lots of illustrations scattered throughout the text. So that's Lily to the Rescue, a book from the point of view of a dog. All right, I've got two left. So this one is another biography. It's called The Leaf Detective, How Margaret Lohman Uncovered Secrets in the Rainforest. And it's by Heather Lang and illustrated by Jana Christie. This takes place in Australia. So Margaret Lohman, when she was growing up, was very, very shy, but she was very, very interested in the world around her. And so she went to Sydney University in Australia and learned that nobody had really studied the rainforest before. And at this time in Australia, there was a big push to bulldoze the rainforests to make room for more farmland and to make room for more people to live. And she was like, well, wait a minute. We haven't studied in that, so let's go in there and see what we can learn before we knock everything down. And so she would haul herself up trees using just a rope and study all the things that were up there. Right, and because it's Australia, you can see like there's a koala right there, and look at this beautiful tropical bird. But also there's things like snakes. So she had to figure out a way to explore, and she also wanted to figure out a way to show other people like all of the amazing things that the rainforest has to offer. So she helped invent the world's first canopy walkway, and they built a walkway up in the canopy so that's way up high, so that people could walk through and see all of the animals and the flowers for themselves, and that helped the people of Australia learn how valuable the rainforest was and prevented people from bulldozing it. So that's The Leaf Detective, How Margaret Lohman Uncovered Secrets in the Rainforest by Heather Lang and illustrated by Jana Christie. All right, our last book is a graphic novel, and it's called Sparks Double Dog Dare. And I like this book because it's action-packed. There's a little bit of a mystery in there. It's very silly. Sparks is this dog, but as you can see, this dog is actually two cats in a dog suit. And they live together in a house with a robot that is also a kitty litter box and a talking squirrel. And so the two cats in the dog suit go out and they rescue people and they fight crime. And then one day there's another dog that shows up that looks just like them and starts to cause havoc. So like that dog causes an avalanche, and then Sparks gets blamed on it, and that dog spits fire, and Sparks gets blamed for that. And so they have to figure out who it is in this other dog suit who is making them look bad. And I don't know, I really liked it. I think you'll like it too. It's funny. There's action, there's adventure, there's aliens. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. So that's Sparks Double Dog Dare, and it's by Ian Boothby and Nina Matsumo. And that is all I have for you today. I hope that something in that stack was of interest to you. If not, you can always come to the library and ask us for recommendations. It's our job to help you find your next favorite book. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.